hard to express just what this result meant to the team, but safe to say it's a huge amount. I'm proud of Carlos. It's not been the easiest of years, and yet he did an absolutely incredible job all weekend long to bring home certainly the first podium for me whilst I've been within Williams, and one that the team absolutely relished and celebrated. I'm proud of Alex. He absolutely showed the sports person that he is when he came underneath the podium, immediately wanted to celebrate as part of the team. It meant a huge amount to him, as it did to myself and to everyone else. And I'm proud of the team. We have to recognise where we have come from. And where we are today isn't the end of our journey by any stretch of the imagination. It's the end of the beginning in some regards. But I'm proud of how we pulled together and fixed problems in qualifying over the last 10 days or so. How every single race almost we've been building up towards getting better and better results, how we execute, how we work together, how we deliver. And there's not one area that's the same as before. We've been gently improving all of them. And I think the just rewards and an earned reward as well, it's important to say. It wasn't a wet race, it wasn't a well-timed safety car. This was very much earned from start to finish. That result means a huge amount to us. So the first question's from Rebus, which was how frustrating was it in qualifying to have all those red flags, and how did the drivers deal with the constant up and downs? I mean, Alex's accident was frustrating for him, frustrating for us, because the car was really quick. And in that circumstance for him, it was a big gust of headwind, which doesn't sound like it should cause an accident, but it gave quite a significant amount more downforce, as it turns out, when we look at the data. So as he turned in what he thought was a normal point, suddenly the car hooked up and went left. That was frustrating. But from that point onwards, a facet of Baku, a feature of Baku, and one that actually is quite fun, is the fact that you know there's going to be a number of incidents, especially when it's already a tough, twisty, tight street track, but add in the wind and a little bit of rain into that as well, and it becomes difficult. The drivers are really good at being able to effectively center themselves again and go back out, and it applies to the whole team. Without question, you have adrenaline spikes, so you just need to manage those effectively, but you pretty much stay at a very high level of operation for the duration of qualifying, which is, I think in this circumstance, over 2 hours. So not frustrating, it's just you learn to deal with it in time. The next question is from Azbeta, and it's a question over how are the team feeling right now after such a great result. Incredible, and it's hard to put into words, so I'm going to do my best to provide you some sort of colour around it. But yesterday we had our factory debrief yesterday evening, so it's a difficult journey back from Baku. We sort of don't get back to the UK till 2 or 3 a.m, and so we're a little bit late starting the next day. But there was a palpable energy in the whole building that existed, and yesterday evening I did the debrief with the whole factory, and the shouts and screams were at the level it was when Carlos said he would be joining us. It was perhaps more. It was just to a level where you can feel what it meant to every single person here, every single one who has put their life and dedication over the last few years into this team, and many more years for certain others. And so if you think about it, you've put almost every minute of your free time into this. The reward is this wonderful taste of a podium, and our first of many, I'm sure, to come. And the same this morning, we left the trophy in reception on purpose for everyone to go and see and have a photo with. And when I came in there, it was just smiles from ear to ear from everyone that I saw. It just means so much to us. So hard to put any more to that than watch this space, but it will have a huge positive momentum impact on us now. Question from Tashel, which was, what was the strategy going into the weekend and how did that differ to the race? And this here is a brilliant time to compliment the strategy team. Before the weekend started, and it's not just the strategy team, apologies, it's the engineering teams and the tyre teams as well. Huge amounts of work was done, first and foremost, on getting these tyres working better in qualifying. And I hope it was there for the world to see, but irrespective of whether it's the medium, the soft, used or new, a little bit of rain or not, we got the tyre working on the first lap. So it wasn't one change, it was quite a few changes, and I'm sure it's not the end of our journey of learning, but I'm pleased to see that we're able to execute Baku qualifying well. But compliments to those teams, because what was highlighted before the weekend is the following, with belief. First, that the medium would be the better qualifying tyre. Second, that the used medium would be better than a new soft, certainly on our car. That may not apply to everyone. The third is what the race would look like, which is the graining should improve, which is a problem we've experienced in previous years on those softer compounds, and it should end up being a one-stop strategy with the hard and the medium, and the hard would generally be the better race tire, but maybe not by the amounts it was expected to be before the weekend. And pretty much all of those transpired to be the case. And you can see the elements of that. First and foremost, we ran the hard with Alex on Friday. Big risk if that hard was really such a better tire. The second is that the medium performed well on a lot of cars running long in it, and that includes Carlos, that we used to good effect in the race. It was a one-stop. Obviously, safety cars can change that, etc. But it was a one-stop for everyone, and the tyres were just getting better and better, and the degradation was low. Now, highlighting that all before the weekend and then sticking to a plan is really important. And what we executed in the race was pretty much everything that we discussed beforehand. So surprisingly, because it's Baku and incidents can happen, the plan was pretty much there as the weekend started. Next question is from Eduardo, which was, how did it feel for those last 10 laps? I was pretty calm. I've had the pleasure and fortune to be on the podium quite a few times and winning races. And what I wanted to see was how the team felt in that circumstances and dealt with all the emotions. But if something didn't pan out and it didn't work out, I'm confident that what we are doing will bring us to the pathway of being in the podiums at some point in our future. So if it's not this time, it will come towards us at some stage in the future. And I guess that creates the calm for me. I was more reflecting on what it's taken for us to get here. What are the big steps we've made? What else do we have to be doing? And what it will mean to everyone as the result of it. And it was a key moment for me, I think, and a key moment for the team. It means a tremendous amount to me. It's great to see the energy that it generated. It's great to see what it meant to everyone around it. But the last 10 laps were fairly calm. Kayla's question is, after this podium, do you feel like we have what it takes to be in amongst the top teams in 2026? I think what I've said all the way along is some positive and negatives for everyone to acknowledge. I'm confident that we as Williams will step forward every year going forward from here onwards. That's important to know. We're on a good pathway, we're investing in a good way. There's a but. We still have a long way to go. This is one podium. And the giants out there are able to get on the podium every week and win races, and we have a long way to go before we're able to achieve that. And in 1 year, we won't fix everything that we need to fix. But my ask of you is stay with us. I hope what everyone can see is we're on the right journey, trust the process, and there's a lot of good things to come. But be by Williams' side when it happens.